Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're adding, I would say, a fairly important part of our dance. It's the end of our dance, the dip.
You don't have to do a dip. You could do a simpler ending where you just like embrace, kiss, do something like that. But most people expect a dip at the end of the dance. I think so, at least. Something to note about this one's a little more complex than all the other things that we've done. So feel free, as we said before, to just pause this at any point to kind of work through those moments. Definitely watch it all the way through once first, though. What do you want to do? You want to show it and then?
Let's show it first.
Okay. We're going to have two options, one with a spin, one without a spin. So from your basic step, just like with the highlight, we stop moving and we send our partner out. We'll bring her in, take a side step, and then we dip. The other option is the exact same thing where we're standing, we send her out, spin, and then we do a dip. Let's break this down for you nice and slow. We're going to talk about what our feet are doing, we're going to talk about what our arms are doing, and we're going to talk about where to look and how to not look terribly awkward.
Yes.
Okay,
Cool.
Feet, like I said, we're doing our basic step. We hear the moment in the song that we want to end to. Something to note here is you don't have to dance the entire song. You might want to only dance 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on what you feel comfortable doing. So choose an appropriate moment in the song. Get accustomed to what that sounds like so that you know when to initiate this dip. Just like with the highlight, when I send her out for this, my right hand turns up. We should be comfortable with that. And at this point, it pretty much looks like the highlight. Let's show it without the spin. Actually, we'll show it with just the spin because you can just easily eliminate the spin. If you're not going to do the spin, you're just going to bring her straight in. With the spin, we're going to go inside. So I'm taking my left, dropping the right, taking the left and turning it inward as if I'm looking at a watch on my left wrist. What are you doing there?
I am taking probably one step forward and also spinning in at the same time.
So I draw a circle around her head there. There's not much really going on. I think it's a nice addition, adds a little more variety. So we go out, she comes in, and we draw a circle. Now at this point, Anna Marie's arm is going to come up to my shoulder here, and I'm going to take this, my left hand, Anna Marie's right, and put it on my shoulder there. So after the spin, hand goes up here, my hand's on her lower back, and then I put my left hand on her upper back. Let's talk about the feet really quick. This is where it gets a little tricky. So we're both going to take a side step. Notice Anna Marie's side step stays within my foot. If she takes a much bigger step than me, we're going to be balanced, or I'm sorry, not balanced, we'll be imbalanced. If she doesn't take a step, I'm holding up all of her weight, which is fine, but it's kind of an uncomfortable thing. So we try to take a similarly sized step, and she stays within my foot. We don't do anything else with our feet here. Anna Marie turns a little bit, and she points her left foot. So she has a nice long leg line. I don't really do much with my feet at all other than shift my weight to my left foot. Let's show that from this side so you can see. So we take that side step, bam, we rotate, and we're up. Okay. Anything else about the feet?
No, I think that covers everything for feet.
We might come up with something else here in a second, but I think that's pretty much it with the feet. Now, frame and torso, what do we do with that? We take this side step and we don't want to rotate yet. We're not rotating at all. What we need to do at this point then is rotate our torso this way, and Anna Marie follows with me her torso.
I like to think of it same as keeping square with Matthew still, just like as if we were normally dancing.
Right. I'm only holding her with one arm. You probably want to have both arms. And I'm holding her up to me. So this is where the frame gets interesting, because most people want to do a dip and do something like this because they want their partner to go low. And I've got Anna Marie. There's no issue here whatsoever. But you probably don't feel like I have you.
I feel a little bit like I could fall.
Right. So rather than holding your arms like this when I'm dipping, I'm holding my arms up to me and I'm keeping my shoulder blades back and engaged so that you feel supported, right?
Yes.
So we take that side step together. We rotate our torsos. I hold Anna Marie up to me, and that's pretty much the dip at this point. If I want her to go lower, this is where the legs change a little bit. If I want her to go lower, I have to bend through my knee, which then allows her to bend through her knee. Let's do that again. So we do a side, we go to here. If I want her to go lower, I go lower in my knee. Notice I'm not doing this. Is that uncomfortable?
Yes.
When I'm dipping, essentially my body is in this position, and if I want her to go low, I go up or down through my leg like this. I have to keep my spine straight and upright. Actually, it might be easier to think about it as I'm pulling myself away from Anna Marie in order to counterbalance her. If I go this way, the chances of us falling are pretty high. I might get pulled with her. What are you doing with your posture and spine there?
I'm mainly just trying to keep a straight line with my body. Most people want to like arch their back to make it feel like they're dipping farther, but that's also very uncomfortable and it doesn't look very good.
You can't hold that for very long either. Right?
No, it's not sustainable. But
Right.
so keeping a line from the top of my head to that pointed foot that I have at the bottom there.
Yeah, I like that long line. I think it looks really good. You could lift your leg up if you want. I don't prefer that, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as you keep a long line. I think it looks better with the toe tacked to the ground. We'll talk through all of this again, but why don't we talk about timing and all of that for a second?
Focus first.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So where we're looking.
Yes.
It should be pretty obvious we're looking at each other. What a lot of followers do though, just naturally, is they will look out towards the audience. I think that's a little strange, just because this is a moment between us. We are performing, but it's not like we're at a show, a ballroom dance show, where that might be a little more appropriate. So we just look at each other the whole time. The timing of this, you're gonna hate this because you're gonna wanna go like this and up, because it's not the most comfortable position to hold for either of us. But in order to give your photographer and friends and family and all that time to enjoy this, we wanna hold it, maybe for 5 seconds, if we can. Anna Marie squeezing her core, and then we're up. At that point, I guess we need to talk about what to do right after the dip as well. At that point, when we come up, we're in this position. I just help Anna Marie up. And we can do anything we want here. We could do another one of these spins if you wanted. We could kiss each other. It would probably be weird if we just like did a little bro hug. We could do any of that stuff.
Or you can walk off together. as
Right,
well.
so what I would do is I would do this. I would come up, we would acknowledge each other, and then kind of wave and walk. Cool, have fun with that. Make sure you practice it a bunch, and we'll see you next time.